Time then for the clips of the week. Andy, you're going to kick us off.
I am, and we start with the Moose reporting on Burnley versus West Ham.
And he's curled it beyond Robert Green into the top corner of the net. Harsh on West Ham, who had the best two chances, both through Meadow in the second half, but now they've got an almighty decline.
That's very true, the almighty decline. We've all had an almighty decline, haven't we, at some point in our lives. Let's move then to our science expert, Professor Mike Parry, on the subject of reheating food.
No, let me explain. You have to let it go down to no heat at all in it because you cannot freeze heat, OK?
Very much. Check out Mike's Horizon, You Cannot Freeze Heat, next Tuesday on BBC Two at 9.
Here's the caller of the week to Mike and Andy.
It's all spelled out in great detail by the co-owner, David Sullivan, who joins us now on TalkSport. David, very good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. I'll put you through.
Thank you.
Good morning, David.
Good morning, David.
Talk Sport, caller of the week.
They can definitely get rid of that woman.
You think so?
About 350 grand.
350 grand a year, apparently. She's on company car. She's got a Bentley as well. Maybe David's got a point. We're only kidding. Nah. Anyway, here's we've had that one. Isn't it great? Isn't it great when two big football fans get together and chat about the game, eh, Andy?
Yeah.
They put up a billboard, didn't they? Welcome to Manchester when the little fellow, the Argentine, signed for them.
Oh, you mean?
Gosh, mine's gone blank. What's his name?
No.
Anyway, never mind. We'll come back to it.
Ardila. It's not Ardila. He signed for Spurs, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a long time ago.
Yeah, and Villa.
Yeah, there we are.
It was like that show on Sky on Sunday morning.
It was. The two great football fans get together to talk about football.
Time now for TalkSport's fashion guru, Nigel Pearson.
And Petrov, who's done so well in recent weeks, is on as a flair player now for City.
He's got one of those awful scarves on as well. It just looks dreadful wearing a scarf. It's unbelievable.
A lot of people do, Nigel. He's like, always check out Nigel's ins and outs because he's like a barometer for fashion, isn't he? So this week it's out scarves, in Sky Speedway anoraks. They're very much in this year, apparently, yes. So here's a variation on an old Clips favourite.
Yes, let's speak to Joanna, who's in Chelmsford.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave, for that call. Joanna, good afternoon to you.
Hello, Dave.
It's mad.
See, rather than saying their own name, said the name of the caller who was on last. You do like those, don't you, Andy?
I do, yeah. It's back to Mike Parry, this time on the Chelsea-Arsenal game.
Drogba's second goal. Brilliant. I mean, it was just, he was like Robin Hood. I'm going to rob somebody and I'm going to rob the rich, and the rich being the Arsenal defence, and he just whizzed it. It was like Robin Hood dodging between the trees and then suddenly seeing his target, pulling his arrow back, and wow, he hit the target with a magnificent delivery.
Yeah. I think it doesn't make sense because Drogba earns about 3 times what anybody earns in the Arsenal team. So how's he Robin Hood?
I think about 5 seconds into that analogy, he knew he had nowhere to go with it. But they could do with little John at the back, couldn't they?
That's true.
Arsenal. That is one thing he was right about when he came to Robin Hood. This is Macca now with a boxing news.
In boxing, Amir Khan has confirmed Paulie Mallet. Oh, for goodness sake.
There we are.
Oh, never mind, Mac. The great thing about news reading is you get to another tilt of it half an hour later.
Half an hour later, you can do it again, get it right.
In boxing, Amir Khan has confirmed Paulie Malin... not again.
He nearly swore there, didn't he?
Paulie baby, you should have said.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, this is Goffey, isn't it, Andy?
Oh, yeah.
And now we had to burp him, didn't we? Because it does get a bit windy during bow time now and again.
Earlier this afternoon, TalkSport sources learnt that Pompey talks with Her Majesty's Customs and Revenue.
There we are. It may have been reaction to Customs and Revenue, but Jason, just rub his back. If he goes again this afternoon, just rub his back, he'll be all right.
Now it's back to Big Alan, chatting about Hull manager Phil Brown.
Phil Brown thought he was going to lose his job, and he still talks to the press, and he gets stick his Parmesan and all that. And
Parmesan? Is that Parma, Mallorca? I'm thinking it is.
I think it's Parma in Italy. I think you get a better tan there, don't you?
Well, the old weather in that part of Italy can be a bit rough. You're more likely to get decent weather and a bit of a tan in Parma at the moment, in Mallorca.
Yeah, I think
than I think you're going to get in Parma in Italy, where I imagine it could well be freezing cold and raining, believe it or not. It's quite, ask the librarian, he'll tell you.
Okay.
Well, that was a good argument, wasn't it?
It was.
So, this is shock news from Robin during the news.
News at 7.
Good evening, I'm Robin Shenhofer, the woman at the centre of allegations about her relationship with John Terry.
Blimey, she kept that quiet, didn't she?
Good Lord.
Not another one.
Who knew?
Oh, they're all coming out of the woodwork, even her own Robin.
Mr. Parry again now, telling us about the people he encounters on the train into work.
Now, these two guys sit down. It doesn't matter where you are in that carriage. All you can hear, because of their very broad Irish accent, is and I heard Irfan and Irfan and Irfan and Irfan, and that's the only word you can make out, right?
I couldn't even understand that word.
That's the only word you can make out. You've got a problem, haven't you, really?
Yeah, really.
Here we are. And finally, stand with Mike alongside Andy. Billy Ocean, the great Billy Ocean, joined them in the studio yesterday and got telling him about a story of a job he had before he became famous. And I think it's fair to say that he didn't have too far to travel between home and work.
But the nice thing about it is that I lived here and the work, the firm was like really a stone's throw. I could sort of wake up at 8:30 and get to the job at 8:25.
That is close.
He had his own TARDIS.
That's fantastic. What a great gig that was.
Yeah.
Get up 8:30 at work at 25 past.
How does that work?
I said, you could get up at 9 o'clock and get there at 2:45. It was all relative, really. He used to get home about 3:30 in the afternoon. He wouldn't leave till 5. I don't know how he did it. Anyway, there's your clips of the week.